Hello, class 2. It's Mrs. Durst, and today we're going to do our very own color wheel. So we're going to be mixing watercolor paints. I have my set here. You'll have a very similar set as well. And we're also going to use some of these mixes to create some of these teardrops. And there's this kind of shape you should look for. All right, so we have one, you have the lump, you have the teardrops, and the most important thing for today is our color wheel. So let's get going. What you should have is your paints, your brush, and a glass of water, and always a paper towel or rag, just in case it gets a little messy. It sometimes does, doesn't it? So let's get started. Here we go. So as we look through the visualizer, you can see that that's the color wheel we're going to fill in together, okay? And I'm going to have one of these sheets of teardrops next to it. And as I fill in those colors, I'll move it off to the side and bring in the other one. Now, when we're dealing with watercolor paints, you want to just add with your brush and clean water, a drop of water for each color. This kind of charges up that paint pot. The pan will start dissolving the little particles of chroma, and we'll be in business here before you know it. Now, on our watercolor sets, the lid typically has some areas where you can mix paints. I put a paper towel under mine because it's clear. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. But I believe your paint set will have a white lid, so you will be able to see what you're doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move off all my stuff over here. Okay, is I'm going to start with yellow. We are going to start with our primary colors. Okay, so this one is my yellow. Yellow has the least amount of, has the highest value, I should say, so it's lighter. So I always like to use my yellow first so that it stays nice and pure. So I'm just going to do the top triangle yellow. Okay, first primary color is there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paint one of my teardrops yellow. And I don't mind on the teardrops if I go over these lines, that's not a problem. I just want to see how this yellow works. Oh, that looks pretty good. I like that. On this color wheel, we want to kind of stay within the lines the best we can. All right. So we're going to go to the next primary color. And I think we should try red. So I'm going to go to my red and mix that up a little bit, the water and the paint. And then I'm going to paint red here. Okay, this is looking good. All right, here's my red. And I'm going to come over here and paint one of these guys red as well. Again, we're getting to know how these colors work, how they mix. Oh, that looks kind of fun right there, okay? So I have red and yellow. That means we have one more primary color out there. Rinsing off my brush so it's nice and clean. I'll dab it off on my paper towel. In fact, I'll put my paper towel right here so you can see how I dab it off. Now we go to the blue primary colors. So I'm going to put my blue right here. They are the central colors to making all of our colors. And so there's my blue. And I'm going to, again, blue up one of my little teardrops over here. Oh, yeah. Nice to see how that smooths together. There we go. Very nice. So now we are going to mix some secondary colors. So I'm going to take some of this beautiful yellow and I'm going to pull it up with my brush and bring it over to this well. I need one blob of yellow. Actually, I need two blobs of yellow. So I'm just going to bring over two little blobs of yellow. Okay, good job. Now, I'm going to paint this triangle here between yellow and red. Yellow and red makes orange. First, I'm going to just put some of my yellow in there. Okay, and I'm going to put a little yellow in there to mix. Now I'm going to take just a tad of red, just a dip, and I'm going to mix myself. Ooh, a very convincing orange. Yes, indeed. Oh yes, very nice. So that was a lot of yellow and just a titch of red. And I get this gorgeous orange. Let's see if I can bring the light over here so you can see it even better. Okay. Now I have this blob over here of yellow. I'm going to grab a little more red and mix up an orange blob and paint one of my teardrops with this extra orange. Now that I know just how to do it, I can do it over here and paint that out. Okay. Now you might say, well, I had orange right here, Mrs. Durst. This is about our mixing abilities. That's what I think this is about. All right, so let's really rinse out our brush. Woo, rinsing it out really good, wiping it off. Let's take some more yellow and let's paint this triangle over here, just like that. Nicely done. And I've got my blob right here. So if I need a little extra, I can use that. And now I'm going to just barely touch my blue, barely touching it. I might even dab off a little blue. And then I'm going to come over here and mix me a gorgeous green color. Okay, so you're looking for green, of course, right here. And with a lot of yellow and a tiny bit of blue, I achieved a very nice green. Okay, very nice. One more secondary color to go, and that's with our red. I'm going to put red down here next to my red. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of blue, and I will achieve a very nice purple. Okay, not bad. Kind of a grape color. Ah, so there are our primary colors and our secondary colors. Now, when we have secondary colors and we add a secondary color to a primary color, we end up with something called a tertiary color, a third color. Tertiary is third. So rinse out your brush really well and let's make some tertiary colors, okay? So I'd like you to go back to your yellow and we're gonna paint a pure yellow right up here. Here's our primary color. Okay, very nice. Oops. All right, and then we're gonna take our yellow and do this second block here. All right. And we're gonna take our yellow and do this third block. Now, what we want to show here is pure yellow here on this block. The same orange that we mixed here gets shot up onto this wheel. And then we are going to have this very interesting third color right there. So mix ourselves a tiny bit of red. Ready? Boop. And we'll do this and we'll get that orange. Here is our orange that we love. Okay, and he looks just like this orange. Orange, orange. Now I'm trying to get a third color between yellow and orange. It is called yellow orange. Okay, so how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take this color with my brush and mix it in here. So I'm getting an even lighter orange right now here. And that's exactly what I want. So I want yellow, a yellow orange, and an orange. And I did that by taking yellow and mixing it with a bit of orange. And that's how we see our tertiary color, yellow orange. Let's try another one, okay? Let's try one more. Let's go this direction and work in our green range, okay? So I'm gonna take some yellow and I am going to place that here. Okay, and paint that because this will be the new color. And I'm going to take some yellow and paint it here. Okay. Now, this is going to be the green. So I'm just going to go over and get a tiny touch of blue and mix my green right here. Yep. And there it went. Perfect. Now I'm going to take some of this green I just mixed and rub it into this yellow. And I'm getting a yellow green. Okay, so I have yellow, yellow green, and green. Yellow green is my tertiary color. Okay, let's try another one. Here's where red is going to go. See how this is pointing here for red? So I'm just going to color this one red. Okay. Okay. This one is going to be red. Now, this is orange and this is red. What I want in here is red orange. So how am I going to do that? I have to mix an orange here. Okay, how do you get an orange? A lot of yellow and a tiny bit of red. Okay, so now what I'm seeing here is orange and orange. That's correct. What I need to make a red orange is one more touch of red, and that takes it down to a more red orange, just like that. Okay, so now I have red, red orange, and orange, yellow orange, and yellow. I think we should try this one, don't you? So purple is going to point right down here to purple. So I'm going to paint and mix a purple right here. Here's red. And remember, purple is red plus a tiny touch of blue. So I'm mixing that right there. Okay. And that is definitely purple. Now next to purple, as I'm going towards pure red, is going to be red purple. So I'm just going to put a little purple in there and go get me some red and mix that in there so that it is my tertiary color, red purple. Just like that. So I'm going to bring it up to you. You can see where I've got the red purple, and the purple. The red purple is the tertiary color. All right, we will keep going. I think this is great fun. Let's keep going towards blue. So I'm going to take my blue, pure blue, right here, next to blue. Then I'm going to put some in here. And then I need to take some of this purple and mix it in. Get some of this purple and mix it in. And I'm going to end up with a blue purple. Get some more blue. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so purple is a secondary color. Blue is our primary color. And this is a blue purple. Okay, I'll turn it around so you can see that under the light. All right, there's only one more color left. Turquoise, right? Because we have our green. Let me turn this over again. We have our green and we have our blue. So we're going to end up with a very green blue. So I'm going to mix me a green. Mix me a green right here with a touch of blue. So here's green, yellow with a touch of blue. And I want to take it slightly more blue with, so one more touch of blue. And I end up with this really neat blue-green. Okay, I'm going to take it down one more notch. There we go. All right, so really very cool. This is what we want on our color wheel. After you're done with your color wheel, I would like you to continue to mix paints for your teardrops, okay? Then I would like you to paint this blob with all three colors. So let me show you that one. So I'm going to do some red, all three primaries. I'm going to take some yellow, and I'm going to take some blue. And I am going to mix this together. And look what I'm getting. I'm getting something really interesting. What I want to get is brown. I want you to see if you can use your three primary colors to get yourself a nice brown on the blob, okay? So if you look at mine, it's brownish, but it's good. I kind of dig that this is more brown and this is kind of a different brown down here. But if you look down here, if I add a little more red, oh yeah, now that takes it brown. So what you should find on your blob is that all three primary colors, when mixed together, turn into a nice brown, okay? So you want your blob brown, and go ahead and have fun painting out these feathers with different colors, and set your color wheel aside, okay? So it stays nice. Until we meet again, thank you for mixing such great colors with me.